Hello and welcome to Clanfolk Colquhoun Rises Part 8 as we continue on with our lovely little village. Or is it a hamlet? Who knows? I've never been one for actually knowing the sizes of villages and that kind of stuff. I suppose it's more of a hamlet, it's more of just kind of like a familial kind of environment. In the last one, you know, we were getting together some food, although we are running into a little bit of food issues, so we're going to have to keep that a little bit in mind. Now, what's some things we could do in order to get around that? Well, we could start harvesting a couple of these little animals. We've got currently a juvenile piglet. In fact, both of them are juvenile. So we could actually just slaughter one of them just now. I think that we will, just for a little bit more food. We've got a whole bunch of hens. This one's quite old. You know what? We'll get rid of this one as well. And we'll just do that in order to get ourselves just a little bit more food. Now, as far as our goat goes, I think we're going to keep our goat. No reason for getting rid of her. Not like we have any kind of breeding pair, but the same token, it's always nice to get a little bit of extra stuff there. Got plenty of people working about, and we should be able to hopefully harvest up some nice berries and that kind of thing. We'll see what the traders come with us as well. Hopefully they're bringing something nice. If we can find some rabbits as well, we can obviously catch them. That'd be pretty good. Alright, Bess, let's have a little look at you. There is a ram. Okay, we already have one ram. We don't really need that. There's another hen as well. Again, we don't really need a hen. And there is also an actual adult tomcat. We currently got a kitten tomcat. But we don't need that. We probably want a breeding pair. If we got the option to. As for our inventory, you know what? We could sell a couple of planks just for a little bit of extra cash. We've got plenty of cash at the moment. Could buy, let's get a little bit of kale. There we go. Can make some vegetable soup out of that. That sounds nice. Get ourselves some eggs as well. That should hopefully help out with the food issues that we're currently having just a little bit. Yep, so we get vegetable soups. It's a high energy, it's a light meal. Gives us 30% extra movement speed, which is great, but in order to do that, do need a whole bunch of vegetables which we currently do not have, so I think we'll just have to ignore that for just now. In the meantime, still building up our barn over here, and we're just kind of working our way around here. We've got our kind of planting area starting to take shape just a little bit, which is good as well, because once we can get these sort of like berry kind of area up and going, and then we can also try and get some more places over here done as well. It's been a crop, so I think we'll say, hey, you know what, if we can grow some oats, say like here, we've got a little line for flax, maybe a little small onion patch somewhere, probably around over here. That'd be quite nice. But we'll have to think about that in the future. We've kind of got our little dormitory area up over here. Seems like a decent enough temperature. We'll have to see what happens when the tiled peat stove goes on. Otherwise, everybody's quite happy. We'll move out all these kind of animal bits over here once we finish building this up. It will take quite some time. Big old thatch roof. We got log walls as well, so we can always just say, hey, just chop down a couple more trees. Make sure that we got plenty of logs with which to build. I mean, we currently are sitting at 200, so we don't really have to worry about it too much, but you know, it's best to keep on top of it rather than letting it go by the wayside. We got plenty of straw, which is great. Really what we need is we would really quite like to have some extra stuff. We got some mushrooms there. Great, we can use that to get us a little bit more food. And then other than that, we're mostly just waiting for things to grow. Once we can get some hay extracted, that'd be good. Probably more up on the left there. Got some thistle over here. There we go, that's just slaughtered the hen. Will mean that we get to chop them up. Get some raw meat together. Gets plenty of hides as well that we can use for crafting various tailoring stuff as well. Ourselves a stone window, and a piglet's been slaughtered as well. That's a good point. Actually, have we thought about doing anything with our scraper? We do have our scraper, but I'm not sure if we have a bark or an ash wash yet. Doesn't really sort of seem like it. Where would be best to kind of put something like that? I suppose we could kind of put it over here. It's getting a little bit crowded in this area. And these things are pretty smelly, but I mean that ash wash isn't stopped by anything, so we could actually just push that over there. this bark wash we could just put over here as well, kind of put it in amongst here. Although maybe I should be better off kind of next to the wall over here. Yeah, there we go. That way it's not blocking access to that little torch, and it's still a decent enough kind of room. It shouldn't get too bad. Oh no, our tartan cloth has rotten. Who has been leaving the cloth out in the rain? That's terrible. Sacrilegious, some might even say. Either way, not too happy about that. But never mind, you know what? We've got plenty of hide, we've got plenty of dry hide that we can just sit and process. And hopefully we can even make ourselves these washes. That'd be very nice. Just take a little bit of time for people to get that all done. And that's that. Slowly but surely getting through spring. Ah, there we go. We got some ash tide. So, you know what? We're actually going to say, hey, let's just have 20 of them. And then that should be us. So people should start making that. And then from there, we can then use the bark wash, use up that bark that we have in order to make that. What we should potentially do as well is say, hey, if we don't have enough wood ash, say if we have say like less than 50 wood ash, let's just burn some of our bark. And that should be fine. Now we've got Margaret, another traveller. Do we allow her to stay? We don't really have the beds because we do have quite a lot of people actually staying here just now. We've obviously got the 4 beds here. We've got the 2 beds there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 currently. We could, I guess we could allow her to stay. Yeah, you know what? Why not? We've got the space. We can always just let her stay. We'll be good people. We've at least got the well. That's a good thing. That well is going to be really, really helpful for keeping us watered, especially during the next cold kind of spell, which we'll see when that happens. It hasn't been too bad in rain, although I was kind of thinking this, that I feel like they need to improve the sort of the rain visuals. There needs to be more of a haze. The snow, you can tell quite clearly it's snowing. I feel like with the rain, you can't always tell it's raining, even though that we do have the settings up quite high for, you know, increased amount of rain. I feel like you can't really see it quite as easily. You can definitely sort of see like, oh yeah, it's like now you can see it's raining because the rain's quite heavy. And I mean, even when you kind of go out, you can see, ah yeah, it's absolutely chucking it down. You know it's raining. But when it's kind of got like a light little drizzle, it's quite hard to tell that it's raining. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of hard to tell in real life that it's raining as well when there's a drizzle. It's not until you step outside and you go, oh, I'm suddenly just soaking wet. Like it can kind of like just land on your hair and you're just like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I'm just wet now. But never mind. Gotta love a bit of a drizzle. Love it when it's a bit dreek and horrible. But never mind. We'll get through it. The main thing is that people here are doing alright. Everybody's having a fairly nice time. If we kind of have a little look at our moods, overall people have got decent moods, it's going to be said, which is good. Elspeth's actually got a very good mood. There you go. Dave, you're doing alright. We got Agnes as well. She's pregnant, so we're going to have more babies. Got Janet, a job seeker. I think we're actually okay for just now. But, yeah, I mean, Hutchinson, he's nearly grown up, to be fair. We could try and find him some kind of partner. But he is very useful. Also, he's got Puppy, our wee doggo. I think we'll actually just ask this lady to leave for just now. Yeah, there's no point. No point having them. I don't think we really need any more workers. The task list, I mean, I say that, but as always, the task list is not really going down. But that's mostly because we've just got lots of things to build. And it is slowly but surely going down. Once we get these buildings done, there shouldn't be as much needed to be done. But there's just a lot of tasks that need recurringly done every single day. Need to make sure we've got plenty of food cooked. Got to make sure that we're harvesting whatever we can. Don't like this fox. Don't like this fox just kind of kicking about. We'll keep a wee eye on that. Some bluebell over here, which, you know, we might just harvest that up. That could be quite nice. Bunch of ferns as well, and we're just kind of chopping our way through here, harvesting what we can. Lovely jubbly. We got some more mushrooms over here, which we could get. I am kind of tempted to get that. Got another baby chicken, fantastic. Once we get everybody kind of moved over here, or at least the animals moved over here, hopefully it'll be less of an issue. We can kind of move them out of here. It will obviously make this room a little bit colder, but we've got enough with the fireplace, and we can obviously build another tiled stove. Should be okay. And there we go, we've got ourselves some ashed hides, so we can clean off this hide. So yes, we will. Let's actually say, let's just set it to 100, because we want to make sure that whenever we've made a hide, we're trying to getting it done and getting it sorted out as soon as possible. I haven't really got any wool hanks at the moment. For that, we're kind of waiting for things to finish growing. How are we looking at over here? There is some hay over here that seems to be done, which is good. Probably because it's not really being eaten by the animals, so you know what, because that is done, we'll actually say, hey, let's come over and we'll actually harvest it up. There we go, we've unlocked ourselves some leather. Fantastic. Making that out of the clean hide. Good stuff, yeah, so you can see here with the thresher, we currently don't have anything to make ourselves any kind of oat stuff. We've just got our hay at the moment. A little bit of oats that should be grown around about here. We've got some, what's that, heather? Yeah, we've got some heather there. Looks like there's some more hay that's kind of finished growing out over here. And what's this over here? Dead stag. Seems like it's mostly rotten, but, you know. Stag not, waste not. Oh, and we got 2 new pigs. Fantastic. Let's have a little look. Our animal list, as always, just ballooning. But that's okay. Same thing happening in RimWorld. The main thing is that these guys can at least go out and they can get their own food for the majority of the months, and then we're just going to worry about them when it comes to autumn. Well, autumn and winter, to be fair. Some more stags over there. We could hunt them should we wish, but let's make sure that we're processing all of our hides and such. I'm mostly just trying to see if there's any grown like oat seed anywhere, but it doesn't really look like it. There's some more iron down there. That's good to know. So if we need more iron for any of our forging, we can always go down there. As far as our amount of peat going, we are a little bit low on our dried peat. So we could do with some more of that, I suppose. And again, the task list just refusing to go any further down. So you know what? Yeah, we'll actually say, let's get a little bit more peat. We do need some peat. I'm going to say this vixen here, I want her shot. Whenever somebody gets a second, that would be very nice. Again, we've got this tartan that's kind of like being kept out in the rain. We could really do with some kind of like, just some kind of stockpile. Some sort of storage that we could keep that out of that if possible. Not sure it really would be a wardrobe, but I could be wrong about that. That'll be the hide shelf. Decoration shelf, no. Clothing basket. I don't think they technically count as clothes. I think they're more crafting materials. Maybe it would be more of a wardrobe. Yeah, there's potential. Ah, but perfect. So we've got our decorative tartans. We could make a plaid. We've already got 5 of them in inventory, so we're all right with that. We could actually just make a whole bunch of decorative tartans. We could say, hey, you know what? Let's just make 5 of them. If we've got the cloth together, let's just do it. But we've also got leather that we can make. Leather is nice because leather is basically it's better than a sackcloth. It's not quite as warm as, say, like a fur tunic, but it's all right. Oh, we could actually also make some wool tunics. We could probably should probably do that, but then again, it's coming into summer. I think we're better off just making up some leather stuff. So if we say like made 5 leather tunics, 5 leather bottoms, and we'll say as well, hey, you know what? Let's actually make ourselves some wool tunics. We need to make more than 5, but this is at least a start. Same with the wool hats. We got plenty of wool cloaks, which is a good thing. We can get wool shirts as well. Very good. Provide good warmth. Although I would have thought like just having a wool shirt would be quite itchy. I do like wool clothing. I have a lot of like woolen jumpers, but I usually find if they're like in direct contact with your skin, they can be a bit abrasive, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Oh, that's a good point. We've got our wee fishing spot. So right now we're currently still sitting and having our eels harvest. How are we doing for fishing? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So let us consider maybe putting like a wee fishing spot somewhere. Can't really fit in over here. There we go. That would be perfect. And then that way we can get some actual like fish rather than just eels. Fish are slightly nicer to eat than eels. Eels people don't like so much. They're a little bit kind of bleh. Or at least they kind of make people feel a little bit icky. It's not one of the things that people like to come and grab. Looks like we had a couple of stuff that had gone off, so at least we managed to fertilize that. How are we doing over here? They're growing. It's better than nothing, to be quite honest. That's a very good point, actually. We should see if we can just plant some grass over here. I think that'd be a good idea. We want to try and get some hay together in these kind of areas. And let's have a little look at all of these traders. What we got. Excellent. Flax sheaf. Done. Hay, we've actually got a pretty decent amount of hay. But we will buy that oat sheaf. Both of them. Buy some broad beans as well. Let's do it. We have got plenty of hay, but I would quite like to kind of like get rid of some of that. I think what we will do is we will sell a couple of our chickens. We don't need as many chickens. We've got so many chickens. And we're doing all right for food as well. Yeah. I think, you know what, we're just going to sell off a couple of these chicks. Hey presto. There we go. We could sell off a bunch of fertilizer as well. We've got plenty going on. So yeah, we'll sell off 3 of them. Got loads of money. Right. Off you trot. Una, let's see what you have. You do have another sow. Or sow. Which we could use. We could, how are we doing for food? We've got 7 days. We're actually doing okay. We'll come back to you. For just now, we've got another male dog. Let's get some onions. Could get some iron ore. Interesting. Yeah, let's actually spend some of that money on that iron ore. I kind of like the idea of that. And how are we doing other than that? We've got a little bit of leather. You would also buy... do we sell another pullet? Potentially. I think we just sell this male chick. Yeah, let's just sell him. Don't really need him. We've got an adult rooster. We're alright. Got plenty of hides as well. We could sell that too. Seems like our wee tomcat has grown up. What wee boy. Could sell off some branches as well for some inventory space. I think we're alright for just now. Let's, yeah, let's just tell these guys to leave. Una, we got plenty of days of food. We could get some more eggs. We could get some more kale. You know what, yeah, we'll just buy the kale and we'll tell you to leave. There we go. I think we're doing pretty well in terms of the amount of food that we require. Which is always nice. How are we doing over here? Yeah, not too bad. We just need to finish up this wall here, make it look a little bit nicer. We're obviously going out and still scooping up all this peat. So that is something we're going to have to continue to work on. Again, the task list just booming away. But you know what? It's fine. We'll get around to it eventually. The main thing is as well is because we've got these things done, we can go around and we can start to thresh these things. Which is good. That'll give us the seeds that we then need in order to start planting over here. Now, when it actually comes to the priority, I'm actually going to say these are really high priority. I do want these various like grasses and such planted sooner rather than later. Mostly because we are coming up to the end of spring. It's day 8. We've got summer left for stuff to happen. But, you know, we don't have all day to get these done. So the sooner that gets done, the better. Now, when it comes to these wash zones, we do have the bath. I think we could get rid of this. We could definitely get rid of these drink zones. We do not need people drinking from the river anymore. We now have a well, so we can collect stuff from there. That should be our little pussycat. Indeed it is. It's our little tame tomcat. I was going to say it would be kind of strange to sort of see a rogue or feral pussycat coming up and just straight up into the house following a person. You don't usually do that. Now, I'm not too happy the fact this rabbit has come in, so you know what? I think we're going to build ourselves a couple of little snares over here. The last thing we want is for little rabbits come over and start to eat up our crops once they are grown. Is one of the kind of issues with the game is that these branch gates, they do allow animals through, and there's no way, as far as I can tell, to raise the lock level above that. So if you want to build these like little stone wall kind of areas, you need to kind of put like an actual door on them, and then I just think that just looks kind of silly. So hopefully there's like a way you can like raise up the lock level at some point in the future. That would be the one thing I'd quite like to see, is just being able to sort of say, hey, these stone wall kind of areas, they're not really for animals. Or at least have like another door that's kind of dedicated for that. That'd be good. But everything's going quite well. We're nearly at the end of spring. We've got plenty of days of food as kind of end part of spring kind of comes around. We've got plenty of mushrooms here that are also growing, which is really nice. Can't complain about that. Still got these foxes kicking about. And we've been quite fortunate in that we haven't really lost any of our animals to any kind of predation. But then again, we do have the... Who's that fox getting awfully close, getting chased off by the dogs. Yeah. Go on. Yeah. Go after that rabbit. There you go. Okay. Got the rabbit. Ate it. That's all she wrote. Plenty of rabbits running about, so I'd be a bit more surprised if it did try and go for our chicken, especially because it's got a lot of food. There we go. Dogs. Chasing it off yet again. Good on you. Good on you, little doggos. And everything's kind of winding down now as we're getting more and more into the evening. We're just kind of chilling out. Probably do some more instruments. That could be quite nice for people to have. But the main thing is we're getting stuff planted, we're getting seeds done. A lot of peat harvesting going on, which is good. Should mean that we have plenty of peat to get dried. I mean, we've got lots of wet peat. How is this stockpile doing? It's getting there. Yeah, it's getting there. It's just slowly but surely drying out. That'll mean that we've got more than enough to finish up this roof. And then once that roof's finished, we can move over all the animals and clear out this kind of area for more recreational kind of stuff. Make it look a bit nicer as well. Actually finally clean it up just a little bit. Actually put on some flooring as well. We could even potentially just kind of copy that tile floor and have that all the way through. That'd be quite nice. Maybe change these curtains, make them into more of a an actual door. A nice door. We can put some vents in here. And let the heat through. Probably would look nice. Have a bit of a bigger environment. As far as people's environment here, it's not the worst. It's about halfway. Same with over these guys over here. It's certainly not the worst kind of place to live. At the end of the day. Yep, and there we go. Everybody's coming out, eating up some reeds. Very nice. Day 39. Slowly and surely making our way through. Overall, if you kind of like look at the wee map, we've kind of got like a nice little kind of start of a nice little hamlet kind of going together. We've got a couple of different buildings that kind of like connect together, kind of almost like an outside workstation. Probably do want to kind of not quite pave this over, but want to kind of make sure that we've got nice paths leading over to the new planting area, especially from people's houses. Maybe we want to build like a little house here that somebody, maybe like the farmer, whoever's going to be doing that more, can sort of stay there. Got our nice wee ram there. And we've got a couple of job seekers and a trader. I don't think we're going to be wanting anybody else to work. I think we're still all right. Just checking the skill tree here. So yeah, if you want to check the skills, you can check using the skill button. Kind of shows what there is. Catherine is very, very, very good at making clothes. And we are a little bit limited on people who do actually make clothes well. Maybe I just go completely against what I just said, and we do actually get her in. Not only that, but you are nearly an adult, so maybe we can get you a nice lady. to get married to. Samuel, off you chop. You know what? Yeah, we'll hire you. It's going to cost us a little bit of money, but you were very good at making clothes, so let's make sure we put that nice and high. You can just sit there, you can just worry about clothes all day, every day. That'd be us. Ah, we got a male billy goat. It's getting bought. Fantastic. That's exactly what we needed in order to get more little goats. Got lots of dried peat we can sell. We do need to make some money, so I'm thinking we might sell some hides. Let's sell off a couple of stone blocks. Let's sell off a couple of planks. There we go. Plenty of money. There's all things that we can quite easily make again. Could sell off the stones, but it's quite labor intensive. Yeah, I think we're all right for now. Look at that. We got quite a lot of people who are just now working for us, which is good. Make sure that we're doing all right. McLean. Oh, Lock Beauty. There you go. How are we doing in terms of reputation? We're looking alright. We still haven't gotten any stars with any. But we're getting close. McLaren. We're nearly there for the first level of reputation. Just need a little bit more. That'd be good. They do actually seem to buy quite a few animals, which is nice. They can sell us our oats and our hay and that. We do kind of want them coming around a little bit sooner rather than later, just so we can get some more oats. That would be very, very nice. But we've got at least we've got ourselves some of the hay stuff. We could do with cutting down some more hay. Get a second, yeah, that's ready to go. So let's do that. Get our guys just to cut down that hay, the stuff that's not being eaten by all the animals. Although I don't think there's going to be much of that. There we go. Okay, that looks like our fishery area is done. So let us say, hey, get us some fish. Big old lake here, which is quite nice. It means there'll be plenty of fish in order to take. I think that's, I was going to say that's the biggest lake that we have, but no, there's another much larger lake down here that's kind of past here. Could be a nice area for a little fishing hut. You know, just somewhere for somebody just to be able to rest, maybe store some fish. Something to think about it. Something to think about now, especially that we've kind of gotten past the we need to make sure everything's working or we're going to just die section of the game. We're kind of more on the chill, let's just kind of work through it. I think that's always going to be the way with these kind of city builders, is when you've kind of gotten through the initial challenge. They're going to struggle to kind of keep things coming at you. I mean, the idea system at least is kind of cool, because it does mean that it's like, oh yeah, now I can make like smoked fish and stuff like that. And it's more you want to make people happy rather than make a couple of cooked fish. It's more about making people happy rather than having to worry about their survival. At this point, we're pretty much well set. We've got a large selection of animals, although I mean I shouldn't be too quick on the mark, because we still got to get through another winter, and we have expanded quite a lot. We're currently using up a lot of coin in order to keep the various workers that we have going. I mean, to be fair, actually, it's only Catherine who is costing us anything at the moment. Agnes is working for free until she has the baby. So lucky old her. As it stands now, she has got full satisfaction. So, because she is grateful, even though she's grouchy, she is grateful. Grateful for us letting her stay here. Right, let's make sure that we're planting more of this grass. I think we're probably gonna say, hey, the majority of this we are gonna plant grass over here. Funnily enough, we're gonna till up this hay that's growing here in the wild to then plant hay over the top of it. There's method to the madness, honest. At least stuff on tilled soil does grow generally faster than stuff that is not. Trying to think if there's an easy way to show that, but not 100% sure there is. At least not as an easy comparison. But you can sort of see like generally like the growth rate on a lot of this ground is about 25% thereabout. Whereas this stuff here, it's going to have its moisture rating higher, hopefully, if we actually come around and we water it. But there's also going to be fertilizer there, which is going to massively boost up the growth rate in those kind of areas. Just makes it so that things just grow a little bit quicker. Now, as far as the travelers go, I'm very sorry guys, we are actually full up. And we're going to have to ask you to leave. I wouldn't usually let them stay. But we are completely full up. There's no room left in the inn. So I'm afraid you'll have to just leave for today. Got a nice little cobblestone bridge that we can make as well. Of which a very, very, very nice speed boost. It is a bit more expensive in terms, say like, I don't know, like a brick bridge. But for the same span as well. Maybe it's just me, don't really think if it's worth it, but we will probably start building a couple of bridges over these little rivers here just so we can get over to the other side a little bit quicker. It's one of the reasons why we haven't expanded so much over into this kind of area, is just because of that river. Don't want people walking over there if we can help it. Now, as far as there's some more hay over here that could be harvested, so I think we will. We're going to want plenty of hay. We've currently got a fair bit of it. We've got 600 odd. But you could always do with more hay. Not really any kind of like area of oats that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of hay, which is good. That is good. It's good to see that much hay. We could harvest some of this. But I would have liked to see some more oats. I would have liked to see some more flax as well, so we could harvest some of that. But I'm just not really seeing it very much. How are our berry bushes doing? Yeah, they're doing all right actually. They're growing up, which is good. This kind of area here will be a good place for us to get lots of berries. Again and again and again. Kind of help us during that early part of spring. I always find that berries seem to grow faster than like your various grasses, etc. Ugh, can't think of anything worse than just having to go past these full chamber pots. They're sat outside in the rain, but it seems like they've been cleared out, so that's good. We got our compost area there. We do have a gong place there, but we're not really moving things there. I think we're going to boost up the priority and just say, guys, can we please just move the sacks of fertilizer out of the rain, please? That would be great if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, we're doing all right. We got plenty of hide done. We've got ourselves a wee trader as well. Another tomcat, which we don't need, so it's fine. We will buy ourselves another oat sheaf. We may as well. How are we doing in terms of money? We're doing all right, but we could sell off. We've got plenty of hens. We could sell off another hen if we want. They're all adults, is the only thing. I don't think we need this many adult hens, so yeah, we'll sell off one. Just keep the money up. There we go. That'll do us for just now. Main thing is we're still trotting along. We've nearly got this barn done. That's going to be great. We could even start building up a couple of animal beds here. And we could even sort of like make ourselves a little kind of little wattle. Yeah, wattle fence. Just coming out around here. Just keep this as a nice kind of protected area. The animals can kind of just chilling. And we can say, yeah, let's get another barn door there. And probably a little critter door so they can get through. Good stuff. And I think we'll probably say, hey, yeah, let's get ourselves a wee hay trough, maybe a grain trough and a water trough. And we'll just get ourselves a whole bunch of animal beds, because this is going to be where our animals are staying. You can put them around here. It's going to take a lot of straw to make this, but it'll give our animals another place where they can kind of sit. What are you complaining about? You've got plenty of nails. We've got 53 nails. You're all right. Ah, it's because we're building up these other ones. Yeah, we could probably actually just demolish this other one. Maybe that's a better idea if we just move it over, so we're not doubling down. Could have done the same thing with that water trough, I suppose, but it's alright. Let's break that down. We'll get the nails back for it. And when we get a wee second, we can always just put them over. It's pretty much summer. I'm not too worried about the fact that this is technically exposed. And it doesn't take that long for people to build stuff here, so... I mean, for once, the task list seeming okay, which is always nice. I suppose having those extra people coming in to help us is actually helping us. And that's even with all the extra sort of time we're spending with farming, and we're actually having to spend time, you know, watering these kind of tiles. We're having to fertilize them as well. We've got a lot of stuff that needs doing. We really, really do. Now, fingers crossed, now that we've got our wee billy goat, our nanny goat, hey, there we go. We got some kids coming. That's good. So, Billy Goat already paid for himself. He's done the business. And he's got ourselves some kids on the way. That's good. That means more animals that we can slaughter. There's more things that we can milk later on, depending on whether they're female or not. And we get the kind of interesting thing where this obviously makes fish sitting out here in this fishing spot. We do have, yeah, maybe 30 is just a little bit too high. Let's say maybe only fish 2 times, because we've actually depopulated this little lake quite badly. You can see here that it's currently at 26 out of 100%, and that's just because we've sat here and we've tried to fish up as much fish as we can get. Again, we've spoiled our turn. Guys, come on. That's a hanging offence. You could stop that. How are we doing over here in this meat rack? We got a lot of meat. A lot of cooked eels, a lot of smoked fish. Doing good. We could really do with some jugs here, some of the frozen jugs, but it's alright. We've got plenty of our various greens as well. It is 19 degrees. Yeah, it's 19 degrees inside here. It's a little bit warm, potentially, for what you would like, but you know, we'll deal with it. Probably the only place that we've actually really built out of peat as well. Everywhere else has kind of been built out of logs. So it's kind of an interesting kind of like place in terms of how different it is. Oh, did you manage to catch? You caught a rabbit, did you? Well done. There we go. We've got a nice little present there, unless you've just eaten it. Some nails there as well. Hopefully none of the animals step on that. That could be quite painful. Yeah, overall things going pretty well. We've nearly managed to get our little barn finished. We've got the start of our kind of crop area starting to come together quite well. Plenty of kind of flax that is growing. Got our oats growing as well. That should get us plenty of stuff. Jonah, you know what? We're gonna have to ask you to leave. We just don't have the beds. I think we will actually have to think about building up another little cabin somewhere as well. Could potentially put it over here, this kind of like fishing area. Maybe another one down here would also be good, kind of more in this area, nearer to the peat bog, etc. You know, there's probably some merit in that. It's something to think about probably for the next episode, because as it stands just now, we're currently on the 10th day of spring, just about to come into summer, and this seems like a perfect place to kind of end the episode. So I think with that, yep, we'll just kind of let it come over into summer, and we'll end the episode here. So just want to say thank you very much to everybody who's been watching this and any other videos that we've been making. Really do appreciate it. Just want to say how much I appreciate everybody who has been watching everything on the channel. It's quite humbling when you think about it. It's really only been in this last year that I've been kind of doing, I wouldn't even say doing this seriously, but I actually made a second go of it, and people are really liking it, so it's great, and I'm really enjoying it as well. And I think that's the main thing. If you do something that you like, people can tell, and hopefully that's what you can tell from this. But just want to say thank you very much for everybody for watching. Thank you everybody who's been supporting the channel as well, all of the members of the Burger Band. It is all very deeply appreciated. If you too want to help out the channel, you can become a member of the Burger Band through YouTube, and you can also donate some money through Patreon and Coffee. Any and all donations are deeply appreciated. Know how hard things are in the world at the moment, and so anything that you can give for terrible YouTube videos is deeply appreciated. But I just want to say again, thank you very much for watching them. That's the most important thing you could do, is watch the videos and enjoy them. That's what they're there for. So just want to say thank you very much for that. And until next time, take care.